What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So I know I said I was going to be putting out some musky content. This weekend was really rough on Dennis and I. We went up to West Virginia and fished the musky in the mountains tournament. We pre-fished Friday, went up to a spot that we'd never fished before, and first it was a really tough spot to get to because the river was so low. The water was flowing fast, and we actually had to get out and push the boat a few times to get up to this hole, but we did end up moving some fish, which was good. It's always good to be able to move or see a couple musky. Saturday rolls around, we decided to stick with our game plan and go up to that spot. It took about 2 hours to go, roughly 3 miles. Sent it up, fished really hard all day, and we ended up moving 3 fish and seeing 1, and we couldn't get anything to bite. I mean, we had some of the laziest follows I'd ever seen, and it was just not a lot of action. I got home yesterday, and to my surprise, I had a really big package waiting for me. I didn't know this thing was coming, but got the new Googan Squad and Catchco Gold Series rod. This is a 7.2 medium moderate action, and it couldn't have come at a better time because last week I was out fishing with my buddy Trevor, throwing square bills around, and my normal square bill rod is a 6.9 medium moderate action rod, very similar to this, just a little bit shorter, and I snapped it in half. I got it stuck, and I was like pulling it a little bit too hard, being a little too rough, and it just cracked right in half. So I'm really happy because now I don't need to buy another cranking rod, and I'm looking forward to testing out the new Googan Squad rods. Before we go any further and start rigging this thing up, I want to thank Shop Karls for sponsoring this video. If you guys don't know what Shop Karls is, they're an online retailer where you can find rods, reels, baits, storage, literally anything that has to do with fishing. You can get over at shopkarls.com. I'm going to leave a link for them down in the description below. If you click that link and decide to join Karls Club, you can become a member for free for the first 30 days, and the perks you get from that are that you get to save about 30% off the entire site, you get free shipping, and you get notifications for product drops before the general public can get them. So for instance, the Googan Squad and Catchco rods or new Googan baits, they release early to Karls members and give you the opportunity to get them before they sell out. So don't forget to click that link down in the description below and go join Karls Club for free. Again, huge thanks to Shop Karls for sponsoring this video. Now let's rig this thing up and see what it's all about. Oh yeah, there are fish out there. The Gold Series is $149.99, and if you're a Karls member, it's only $119.99. So already, right off the bat, for their higher end rod, the Gold Series, $119 is not bad. Even if you're not a Karls member and getting it for $149.99, that's not a bad price for a well-made fishing rod. I have rods that range from, you know, $80 that I've gotten on sale all the way up to like $300. In my opinion, when you're looking at rods in the price point of like 150 to 200 bucks, and then you jump up to those really high-end rods between $300 and $500, the difference in quality is so small, I think sometimes it's even unnoticeable. So as I'm rigging this rod up, I decided to go with the Karls Amazing Baits Shiver Crank. So this dives 6 to 10 feet. We're basically fishing between those exact ranges, maybe down to 12 in some of the deeper spots at the end of this rock pile. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I almost always have a crankbait tied on. I almost always pick it up and throw it around every time I'm out fishing. It's just the least producing bait for me. It's a personal thing. I know people catch tons and tons and tons of fish on crankbaits. It's just something that I don't have a lot of confidence in, and it's something that does not produce very well for me. It's definitely a user error issue, something that I'm trying to focus more on and get better at because I know how many fish can be caught on crankbaits, and I'm hoping that today we can get on a few. All right, got her all rigged up. Looking very, very good. Gonna throw the GoPro on and we're gonna get to fishing. Oh, it is windy. All right, guys, so I really want to fish this rock pile out here. Gonna fish a little bit of this flat. We have a high and falling tide right now, so I'm feeling that any of the fish that are on that rock pile are either gonna be pushed up on those rocks or maybe even back here on the flat. So I'm just gonna start here, work this last little bit, a little pocket at the end, and then start working our way out that rock pile. I'm gonna throw the Shiver Crank, first cast. Oh wow, this rod is stupid light. Like honestly, almost too light. I can't believe how light this rod is. Big fan of that. Oh God, I just got rocked right there. I've got this rod paired up with the Shimano Corrado DC. This is the 6.2 to 1, so that moderate gear speed ratio. And I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon line on here too. Crankbait down. All right, we're switching it up a little bit. Since I just lost that medium diving crankbait, I'm gonna throw the square bill around. This is a bubonic square bill. I want to try to get it real close to those rocks and have it just banging off of them. I'm really digging the rod so far. I've only made probably 15 casts with it, but it's super light, really sensitive, and it's got like a perfect action for crankbaits. A little bit slower tip, but it's got the backbone, so if you need to rip it out of grass, or like you want to get a reaction strike and rip it through some wood, it has enough power to still pull that crankbait instead of being like a huge spongy rod. I think this would work really well for jerkbaits too. Oh God, how did I miss that fish? He just demolished this bait. All right, we're gonna move off of this spot a little bit. I've been fishing for about an hour. I've had one bite up on a flat on the other side of the rock pile, and then I just came up on this island, and I've noticed on the side scan that there is a ton of stuff on the back side of it, and I have no idea what it is. It's probably some form of barge or old dock or something. There's a bunch of it up on this point, but it comes off of this island pretty far, and it looks like a really big drop off into about 14 feet as well. There we go. Yeah. What do we got? This might be a cat. Oh God. Oh no, it's a good bass. All right. This rod is perfect for cranking. I love it. It has that soft tip to it, so the fish isn't gonna pull the hooks out at the boat. Oh goodness. All right. Get in here. Sweet. All right. First fish of the day. I just switched up the square bill from that bubonics to a Vexen square bill. Solid like 2.5 pounder. That rod handled it perfectly. I mean, I detected the bite immediately. I was actually looking at the graph and I felt a meat, set the hook into him. Has plenty of power to fight this fish and also enough tip so it's not gonna rip the hooks out. I'm really a big fan. I've been fishing it for about an hour and a half. Good fish. See ya. There's the square bill that I caught it on. It's a little bit bigger than that bubonics and obviously a different color. I was going with that craw pattern. This is just white gray and a lot of chartreuse. Looks really good in this dirtier water, but I'm gonna get back up there. I think there might be a few more fish on that spot. Let's see if we can get some more. Oh, yep, next cast. Oh, come on, there was a fish on there. I think he got me stuck. Son of a gun. Oh, big fish, giant catfish. Doesn't even know he's hooked yet. Always good for at least one cat. It's on the bandito bug. Sweet. Oh, broke my line. Okay. Well, I threw the, oh God, so slimy. So slimy. Well, I picked the Texas rig up for a little bit because I was marking a lot of fish on the very bottom down at like 8 feet. I just wanted to drag something to figure out what they are. I was hoping they were bass, but unfortunately, some big old stanky cats. One thing I do want to point out real quick, this hook hanger. Boop. I really like this open style hook hanger here where you can slide the hook up into it a lot more than just your standard ring. So I'm not a big fan of these. I guess it doesn't matter so much with the Googan rod because I'm throwing treble hook baits on it, and that's fine. But if you're throwing a Texas rig or something that you need to rig up with the plastic, and you go to put it on this hook hanger, you have to unrig it just to get it on here. And normally in this situation with a rod with the ring style hook hanger, I'll just put the Texas rig weight up under here and reel into it. But it's a little sloppy, sometimes it comes undone. And I'm just a really big fan of this style hook hanger. Fish. A little one. I got bit before that too. A bass? Oh my goodness. Giant. This lipless is toast. Just throwing a little red-eye shad around. Gonna put the square bill back on real quick and finish it up. Oh, there we go. Did you just pop off? No, the fish is on there. Whew. What do we got? Oh, little striper. Little multi-species action today. Whoa. Goodbye. Little striper action. What a beautiful night. So I wanted to talk about this rod a little bit. After using it, I'm definitely impressed. I do like it a lot for the crankbait. I think it's a great length and action. I feel completely fine throwing square bills and medium diving crankbaits on this. Big fan of the rod. I'm going to keep it on my deck, and it's going to be my new cranking rod. I did want to take a quick look and show you guys some of the components on it real quick. So the reel seat and handle, really nice. It's super ergonomic and extremely lightweight. It feels like it's well built when it's in your hand. It's got Sea Guide ceramic guides in there, so the casts are silky smooth. Also a really big fan of the cork handle on there. I don't mind the foam all that much, but I prefer cork over foam. Now the only thing I'm not a big fan of with this rod, and any rod that does this, is going to be that the reel seat tightens from that top cork. This is just a personal thing, but you guys can see here that this piece is what tightens your reel handle down. I really like the smaller nut that screws down over top of the reel seat. It's just a little bit simpler, and I feel like sometimes with casting and working a bait, this starts getting loose in your hand, but this may be a little bit different. It definitely sounds like it locks in, it clicks when you turn it, so we'll just have to try it out. Besides that, I really like the hook keeper, like I talked about earlier, and the split grip's really nice too. A lot of these things come down to just preference. That's all a rod is. Like, the reason that you like the rod that you fish is because you prefer a full grip or a split grip, or you prefer the shallower pistol grip on that reel seat, or you do or don't like the blank exposed, or you do or don't like that hook keeper. Really, everything breaks down to preference and what you like. Personally, I'm a big fan of this rod. I don't see anything wrong with it, and I can't wait to get on a really good crankbait bite to put this thing to the test. But I'm gonna head in. Sun's going down, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Heading down tonight, actually, to fish with Sam of Blue Ridge Musky. Hopefully get me and Billy on some big old muskies, because they've been stingy for me lately. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for me, and don't forget to click that link down in the description below over at Shop Carl's. Check out this rod, join Carl's Club, all that good stuff. Thank you guys again. See you on the next one.